The money man back at my fans, my friends, my family, and people all around the world, people on social media. That's GT the Great. We always up late working. When my opponent is asleep, I'm working. And when my opponent is working, I'm working harder. Let's work on something, come on.
After so much speculation, Floyd Mayweather has kicked off his training camp for the Pacquiao rematch.
We got Floyd Money Mayweather walking through. You know, this is his home in Miami. We're coming through. Got my man GT. You know what the vibes are like when GT walks in the gym? Hard work. Nothing but Hall of Fame toe.
Back in the gym, he's working harder and insisting that while his opponents sleep, he's the one who puts in the work and never lets himself go down in any way.
The money man back at my fans, my friends, my family, and people all around the world, people on social media. That's GT the Great. We always up late working. When my opponent is asleep, I'm working. And when my opponent is working, I'm working harder. Let's work on something, come on.
Floyd Mayweather's hit and don't get hit GOAT level training for the upcoming rematch shows the level of his defense and IQ. As he gets on hitting the bag, the world not just sees a boxer, but a true master who has lived boxing for decades.
And yes, these shots right here, it's arm punches. But when I want to shoot some hard shit, you can. That's whenever I want to.
Inside the gym sessions, the energy is real. Floyd goes full sweat, showcasing how dedicated and serious he is about this rematch.
Right to him, right to him, right to him, right to him. Catch it. Hip, slip, roll. Right, left hook. Stop. Slip to the rope. Slip is that rope. Hachi. Rope.
Working with different people gives Mayweather a chance to reflect and become more versatile in his game, and he has even brought Crystal Thomas back into this training camp. Explaining his drills, Mayweather also reveals why he brought Crystal Thomas back as a trainer. She works harder than anyone and is available anytime he calls.
I think I've been working for like 30 minutes now, 40 minutes, I don't know the exact time. Could be a little less, could be a little more, but it's all about work. I'm working with 16 Zone, my trainer. I chose her for a reason. She worked extremely hard. Anytime you call her, she shows up and she got great energy. It's all about having a person with you that got great energy, that's positive, and that's why I chose her as my trainer. She's from the Midwest like myself. She's from the Detroit area. I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan, but everybody knows the earth is my turf. Mexico, get ready. Let me give you guys a little show. So we go straight to the inside. Let's go straight to the inside.
This dedicated training camp for the Pacquiao rematch cannot be without family. Like Mayweather, the son of the late legendary boxing trainer and former world champion Roger Mayweather, is back in the family gym working hard with Mayweather.
Slide and drop. Punch it, wait till, here we go. Drop. Walk it. Pitch it. 6, 6, touch it. Watch it. I step back like I have my distance. That's why I step. See, I have my distance. Fighters don't know their distance. You gotta know your distance.
While Floyd Mayweather Jr. readies himself for his return to the ring, old tensions are heating up once again. Victor Ortiz, a past adversary, has stirred fresh debate around their previous encounter. Ortiz remains adamant that he was treated unfairly and now vows that a second meeting would end very differently. He insists he would knock Mayweather out and finally put their dispute to rest, taking full advantage of the chance to correct what he sees as a past injustice.
Why the heck have you stayed away from me for so long? Bro, why you stay away from me for so long?
You talking about Floyd?
Yeah.
He stayed away from you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know you don't.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Hey.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I've been right here. I'm not going to Heck yeah, bro. I told Floyd at the press conference, we're not going 12.
As anticipation grows for the September rematch, young standout Shakur Stevenson shares a bold forecast. He believes Floyd Mayweather will again rise above Manny Pacquiao, citing Floyd's superior skill and defensive genius. Stevenson contends that clean, intelligent boxing will win the fight, showing that perfect basics, landing shots without taking punishment, still work even against a relentless and fierce competitor like Pacquiao.
Did Floyd really making a comeback?
Yeah, he's fighting Pacquiao.
A real comeback?
Yeah, real fight. Pac-Man versus Floyd. Floyd gonna cook that nigga.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, Floyd gonna cook that nigga. Bet
I
all
didn't
your
even know that
money.
was happening. When?
September.
Damn.
Yeah.
Everything on Floyd.
The gold.
I ain't bet on like a match before, low key. I don't think. I be scared to
Bet
switch.
whatever on Floyd. Bet whatever. He gonna outbox him, make it easy. Get his check, go home.
But that's on you, bro. Please, bro. Don't let me down.
What?
Bro, I don't like losing bets, bro.
I don't lose bets when it comes to boxing.
For real?
Barely. I lost before though.
Wait, what's your record? You undefeated, right?
Max Kellerman, a seasoned analyst, examines how each man's career journey has shaped his fighting style, creating a fascinating rematch. He notes that Pacquiao has evolved and adapted through the years. However, Mayweather's perfect accuracy, high-level ring intelligence, and steady tactical method still give him a distinct advantage. Kellerman stresses that know-how and reliability can be as powerful as natural ability inside the ropes.
How do we know that Floyd did? That's the tricky thing about it. You don't know until the guy is done. Right? Floyd now is in talks with Pacquiao for a rematch.
Well, that's about money.
A lot of fighters have gone past 50-0, right? But they don't end up on the. Julio Cesar Chavez had 88 wins or something like that before his first loss. But then you keep, so like, let's see. We don't know.
Right.
But Manny Pacquiao was a flyweight champion who went from flyweight. He didn't stop at every division, but terrorized most of these divisions. Flyweight, just to give you an idea of how many: junior bantam, junior feather, junior light.
That's when I didn't
welter.
understand the bike.
And he had what?
Junior middle.
Eight.
Not real.
There was three belts then.
8 belts.
Dana White, the head of UFC, shares his perspective on the rematch. He stresses that Mayweather's past performances in major bouts tell the whole story. Putting aside the noise and public arguments, Floyd's perfect career record and mastery of basic boxing skills make him the clear frontrunner. White points out that his deep experience and steady approach turn him into a dangerous opponent whenever the pressure is high.
Well, here's the reality.
He's
man.
a stud.
Not every day is your day when you get out of bed. You know, you can be the greatest ever and it's not your day. 50 times it was Floyd's day. And, you know, the guy never partied. He always stayed in great shape. He always took the sport
And he
seriously.
always fought everybody.
And then on the money side, when you think about the business of the sport, nobody cared about Pretty Boy Floyd. So then he created Money Mayweather.
Like Dennis Rodman, he said,
And
when I was
everybody.
getting 17 rebounds and winning championships in Detroit, I got 800,000. I dyed my hair pink, same 17 boards getting championships in Chicago, instead of 800,000, it's 8 million.
Yeah.
Right? So Floyd, there's a very good argument for Floyd. What Floyd once told me, which he said, when I say TBE, the best ever, I don't mean inside the ring. Someone else can have that. Although there's a good argument for him, he's in that argument.
Yes.
I wouldn't put him one, but he's in the argument. He said, I'm talking about playing the whole boxing game. He's right.
Max Kellerman has studied how Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather built their careers from the start, noticing that early decisions created two very different approaches to boxing. As their rematch draws near, Kellerman believes those contrasts remain obvious. Even though Pacquiao has changed and grown as a fighter over time, he concludes that Mayweather still holds several stylistic benefits. Those advantages, rooted in decades of discipline, should give Floyd the upper hand once again.
No, I'm saying 8 belts in 8 different weight divisions,
classes, yeah.
but actual champion of 4 different divisions, which really only he has done until Crawford just did it.
Yeah.
Okay, and you could argue Mayweather, but the fact, and he was never going to beat Mayweather. But
Why?
fact that because Mayweather's bigger. Usually in those kind of fights, the better defensive fighter wins. But also Mayweather started as a junior lightweight. He started as a flyweight. Like, Mayweather's just a bigger, longer guy than Pacquiao.
Yeah.
The fact that he even got to the point where that's considered the super fight is bananas, that Pacquiao could even do that.
Did you go to that fight?
And why Floyd is number 3 on my list is because the dislike for Floyd, everybody tries to make excuses for why he went 50-0. We fought him when that guy was too young and he wasn't ready yet. He fought that guy when he was too old.
Dana White points out Mayweather's natural ability to shine when the stakes are highest. In every major fight, he explains, Floyd has followed his game plan without fault. His blend of talent, years inside the ring, and psychological strength stands unmatched in the current boxing world. White believes that no other fighter today can handle intense pressure as well as Mayweather, making him a rare and reliable champion when everything is on the line.
You can make a very strong argument that Floyd belongs on Rushmore because no one ever played the game of boxing better than Floyd.
Yep.
Usually the game of boxing played them.
But can I ask one question here?
Go ahead.
So Sugar Ray Robinson.
Yeah. I'm not up to my fourth yet, but
I know. But I was just thinking about this question. If he was fighting, you know, most of the time we go in his time. When you say in his time, could he is the only guy I think that over generations could be
70 years later. Yeah.
Yeah, he could have handled it.
He's still the blueprint today.
Don't you think?
Joe Rogan has weighed in strongly on the Mayweather-Pacquiao rematch, predicting that Floyd will come out on top once more. Sharing that outlook, Shakur Stevenson also backs the former champion. Stevenson praises Mayweather's extraordinary ring intelligence and defensive skill, insisting those traits have not weakened over the years. He adds that Floyd's style and deep experience would still challenge many young fighters today. For Pacquiao, that means facing yet another difficult night against Mayweather's careful, calculated way of boxing.
I don't see it. I think Manny looked solid his last fight with Barrios, but I just don't see Floyd losing. Like, I think it's some guys that he could come back today in the sport of boxing and fight.
Yeah, I think so.
Like guys
even
like
though he's
Barrios,
46. Yeah, right.
I think he would
light Barrios up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like there's levels. I mean, no matter what he's lost being 46, they haven't gained that yet. I mean, they were never there in the first place. Because so if he was here and he's lost this much, they're still here.
Yeah.
And even though he's not Floyd that fought Canelo or Floyd that fought Ricky Hatton, it's not the same Floyd. It's not that much different.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan has added greatly to the excitement around the rematch, noting that both Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao still possess the abilities that made them worldwide legends. He sees this fight as a rare moment where retired champions meet in a way that still feels truly competitive. Rogan observes that each man has stayed in superb physical condition over the years. When they return to the ring, their fitness and rhythm will create an entertaining battle, not just a simple showcase event.
He's still so far ahead.
Because he's not drinking, he's not fucking his body up, he's not doing anything stupid, he stays in shape, he eats right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I appreciate Floyd too, because that's one of the guys that I never did no business with ever, and he still kind of helped me. So I appreciate him, and I think he's a real dude, and he got my love and respect.
Well, I always say that if you wanted to have a style that you emulate, where you want to have a great career, look at that guy. Like, really, very few times in his career ever got hurt.
Yeah.
Very, very few. You could count them on one hand.
Yep.
You know, and where he was in any kind of trouble at all.
Yeah, that's my goal.
Joe Rogan believes Manny Pacquiao can still pose a real danger even past his peak years. His famous speed, non-stop aggression, and attacking mindset remain intact. The Filipino star has stepped away from boxing more than once, yet his training sessions and open workouts still show sharp movement and high energy. That lasting form leaves fans curious about how much of his world-class ability he can actually deliver when the rematch finally begins.
And then when in rematches, oh my God, in rematches he's always just like Maidana. Like Maidana, the first fight was a rough fight.
Yeah.
Second fight, he looked like a master.
Roy Jones Jr. has joined the conversation with a balanced view of the upcoming rematch. Despite his complex past with Floyd Mayweather Jr., Jones still recognizes Floyd's outstanding abilities. Rather than naming a clear winner, he proposes that the fight may prove far closer than many expect. Jones highlights Manny Pacquiao's durability and fighting spirit while also observing that Mayweather's once perfect footwork and movement might have faded a little. That uncertainty turns this contest into an intriguing challenge for both men inside the ring.
Do you like that fight?
I love it, for both of them.
Who do you like in that fight?
Tough call. I think Pacquiao has a better chance now because they're older, and Mayweather's legs may not be the same. So Pacquiao's legs look pretty good still. So I think give Pacquiao a chance, Pacquiao's chance to go up. But We'll see.
Teddy Atlas, a seasoned trainer, delivered one of the most surprising views on the rematch. After studying both careers, he proposed that Mayweather's defensive style has shielded him from significant punishment over the years. Meanwhile, Pacquiao's many brutal battles might have left deeper physical scars. That difference in accumulated damage could give Floyd a real advantage when they meet again inside the ropes.
These iconic fighters, right, at this point. All right, number one, advantage, disadvantage, age, you know, right? I put even. They each get a check. They're both old, right? So that's number one. The number two was who's got less miles on the odometer. And because of the defensive style of Mayweather, I gave a check to Mayweather having the edge here. I mean, besides the Marquez fights, Pacquiao's been in some tough fights, right? Reflexes and timing and other boxing elements. Well, I gave the check to Pacquiao. You know, at least he's had some fights, or at least one real fight, you know, with Barrios recently. And yeah, Mayweather's fresher, but inactivity could affect his timing.
Teddy Atlas also observes that Manny Pacquiao's greater activity in recent years could work in his favor. Unlike Floyd Mayweather Jr., Pacquiao has kept facing real opponents, which has preserved his rhythm and reaction time. Atlas believes this difference, Mayweather's well-preserved body against Pacquiao's regular ring time, introduces an interesting tactical element. That contrast makes the rematch a truly compelling fight to break down from a strategic angle.
Next one, power. Well, the guy who's always been the naturally better puncher, not the naturally bigger guy though, so that equals it out a little bit, evens it out. The naturally bigger guy is Mayweather, but the natural puncher was always Pacquiao. He gets a check. Speed, who gets the edge there? Well, Mayweather always fast, always smooth, always fluid. And Pacquiao, I mean, tremendous hand and feet speed, foot speed. I give them both the check, no advantage. Defense, well, the forte and the reason he could fight so long for Mayweather has always been, he's been a wizard. He's been a defensive magician in the ring. I mean, Pacquiao gets hit more, but, you know, he's a good defensive fighter. He's been great, but Mayweather's the man there. Conditioning.
After weighing every possible factor, Teddy Atlas reached a prediction that surprised many listeners. Instead of choosing a definitive victor, he pictures a battle where neither Floyd Mayweather Jr. nor Manny Pacquiao can completely take control. The clash between Mayweather's brilliant defense and Pacquiao's non-stop attack might cancel each other out. For Atlas, that tension opens the door to a very close fight, with even a draw remaining a realistic outcome that fans should not ignore.
The pick. I know the boxing business, you guys too, right? It is about money. Could they already be thinking about a trilogy? I don't know, call me crazy. I'm gonna call it a draw. All right.
Though Floyd Mayweather Jr. is still viewed as nearly invincible, analyst Bruce Carrington presents a fresh take. He argues that Manny Pacquiao's relentless aggression and constant forward pressure could seriously test Mayweather's famous defensive skills. Watching Pacquiao's intense training, Carrington expects a rematch that takes surprising and exciting turns. He thinks fans might actually see Floyd push to his limits, with Pacquiao holding a real chance to accomplish something never done before, a stunning victory over the undefeated champion.
I definitely think that Floyd, you have to take a few steps back in terms of his athleticism. So he might be, susceptible to get caught with certain shots. And Pacquiao, he's still his style is still a problem for a lot of different guys, even in the division today, a lot of young guys. So I feel like the reason why people are so hyped, because believe it or not, people still want to see Mayweather lose, no matter how old he is. That's so. That is so attached to his persona, his image, to a point where it's like, that's him, and it's to the point where he changed the view of boxing, the value of fighters in boxing, to where if you lose that, your stock just plummets. It wasn't always like that until Floyd kind of, affected the game.
That was a Kanza, his moment.
100%.
Young welterweight contender Jaron Ennis shares his take on the long-awaited Mayweather-Pacquiao rematch. He predicts the action could become so fierce that a knockout or referee stoppage might actually happen, pointing to the fight's uncertain nature. His view shows how today's rising fighters see this event not merely as a historic meeting, but as a potentially explosive moment that could shape legacies in the modern boxing era.
That's what I'm saying. He older now. He ain't gonna be doing too much movement. He gonna be sharp and he gonna make Pacquiao run into something or some sharp calm. Like, watch.
Oh, so you think this ends in a stoppage?
It's a possibility, yo. I ain't even gonna lie. It's a possibility. I can see him catching Pacquiao.
So there you have it. The experts have spoken, the predictions are in, and the tension is building. Will Mayweather's defensive genius reign supreme once again, or will Pacquiao's relentless fire finally rewrite history? One thing is certain, this rematch is not to be missed. Stay locked in with us for all the latest fight updates, breakdowns, and behind-the-scenes news leading up to the final bell. Drop your prediction in the comments below and tell us who you are backing when these two legends step back into the ring.